Welcome to Your Marketing Mentor. I'm Sherry Sutton, your host and your go-to gal for growing your business with confidence, authenticity, and maybe even a little bit of fun. All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever opened Instagram, stared at the blank create a post screen, and thought, I got nothing? You are not alone. Every entrepreneur I know has hit this wall at some point, including me. The good news, you don't have to stay stuck. In this episode, I'm sharing practical ways to generate social media content ideas when you feel like your creativity has vanished. And this isn't just for social media. You can use this same process for your blogs, for longer YouTube videos, for podcast content, any kind of content where you're like, what the heck do I talk about? In the podcast today, we're going to talk about easy strategies, fun ways to collaborate, and how to use tools like ChatGPT and AI to get those ideas flowing. Plus, I'll share how you can create content without even lifting a finger. Sound good? All right, let's dive in. First, let's normalize that feeling stuck or out of ideas is completely normal. You've got a million things on your plate, running your business, serving your clients, managing just life, and sometimes your brain just needs a break. Trust me, I have been there too. There have been so many days when I've thought, I don't know what I'm going to post. I don't even have the energy to figure it out. But here's the thing. You don't need to be a content machine every single day. You just need some go-to strategies that make content creation easier and maybe even a little bit of fun. So let's talk about some ways that you can make content creation easier. The first is to hire a marketing mentor to create content with you. Because for so many people, creating content feels overwhelming. So why not have somebody do it with you? And this is something that I love to do with my clients. We meet in a comfortable setting, either their office or virtually or here in my studio. And we'll just talk about your business. We'll put together your overall marketing plan. What types of content's going to resonate the most with your clients? Who are your clients? What are the key messages? And what is the plan that you need to utilize in order to get those clients, right? Should you be doing social? Should you be doing events? Should you be doing something else? We're going to chat about your story, your passion, what you offer, the best messages for you. And then we'll move into content creation mode after we've decided like, hey, I know you need to be on social media, or let's start a blog or a podcast for you. Then I'll help work with you to figure out where the key pieces of content are in your story, in your client's needs, in your messaging, so that you can create those social media posts, videos, blogs with ease. It's so much easier and stress-free to create content that way because you're just talking, and I can really handle the rest. I'm known as sort of a content creation machine. I can very easily see content that maybe you're missing. And it's not that you are, not smart or whatever. It's just we often can't see the label from inside the bottle. And so it's so helpful to have someone else say, hey, what about this as an idea? What about this as an idea? Especially someone who's wildly creative and comes up with tons of ideas like me. And this is exactly what I do with my clients. If you've already got a marketing strategy and you kind of know what is working and what isn't, but you still struggle to create content, you can come on my show. It's called Heart of the Hustle, and it's a podcast and vodcast like I've never seen. It's really designed for entrepreneurs who want to build a personal brand, but don't really know how to do it, or they feel dorky, like just sitting there like, hey, here I am on my, on my phone. So what we'll do is we'll meet for about 45 minutes. We'll put together what questions you want me to ask you. Then you come here to my studio and we'll hang out. I will interview you, super professional, all the professional lightings, the cool cameras. Then my team and I will take all of the things that you said in the interview and we'll chop them up into a variety of different reels. We'll create a blog post for you. You'll get the whole video for YouTube. And all of it's just going to feel like you. And it's so much more comfortable than having to do it on your own. So if that sounds like something you need, let's chat. The other thing you can do is meet up with a friend and create content together. Everything's better with a friend, right? You can schedule a content creation day with a fellow entrepreneur. You take photos, record videos, or even just brainstorm ideas together. You could trade off taking photos of each other or even collaborate on a joint reel or a story. Not only will you walk away with fresh content, but it'll also feel like way more fun than doing it alone and less like work. I have a couple friends that I do this with, and they're some of my favorite days, and it is so valuable for me and in staying consistent with my content, because we all know that consistency is the key to building an audience and growing your business. The other thing is to keep a running list of ideas. Do you ever notice how ideas have a funny way of showing up at the worst times, like when you're in the shower or driving or trying to fall asleep? And that's why I keep a running list of ideas. I keep them in my Trello board, but you can create them just on a phone or a list on your phone or in a handwritten notebook. Because even if you can't act on the idea at the moment, you got to jot it down because you know it's going to come in. You're going to be like, that's the greatest idea for a post ever. As soon as I dry off and get ready, I'm going to do that post, and you completely forget about it by the time you're ready, right? And so this way, when it's time to create content, you've got a list of ideas waiting for you. And I talk about this in other podcasts, but one of the most important things to do that I do is to sit down and do kind of a long session of creating content all in one day. So you've got a bunch of reels kind of banked. And I do that by looking back at this list and creating a lot of those at the same time. All right, the other thing to do is repurpose your existing content. Look, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Go back to your old posts, blogs, or videos and find ways to reuse them. Maybe take a high-performing post and turn it into a reel, or grab a blog post and turn it into smaller captions. Repurposing is a huge time saver, and it helps you get more mileage out of the content you've already created. Podcasts and hosting your own podcast is one of my favorite ways to repurpose content. And I've got another podcast on this. If you go check it out on my YouTube channel or your favorite podcasting platform, where I talk about whether or not starting a podcast is right for you and how you can use it as a single place to repurpose all sorts of content, from social media content to blog posts, YouTube, SEO. It really is an incredible way to create content that can be repurposed in lots of different ways. The next thing that I love to do is to create time-lapse videos of what you're doing. So set up your phone on a stand and record a time-lapse video while you're working, meeting with a client, or let's say even prepping your space for the day. As a matter of fact, I've got mine going right there. People love the behind-the-scenes content, and it's an easy way to show what you're up to without really having to say a word. You can pair it with a fun caption or trending audio, and you are good to go. The next thing you can do is share a quick tip or an FAQ. What questions do your clients or followers ask you all the time? What questions did you get asked at that networking meeting this morning or in your last client meeting? Turn those questions into content. For example, here's a lot of the questions that I get, like, what is the first thing I should do to grow on Instagram? Or how do I stay consistent with my marketing? Or what's the one way to attract more clients? Sharing quick tips or answering FAQs is a super helpful way to get engaged with your audience because they just love the FAQs. And it positions you as an expert that they can turn to when they have those types of questions. Let's talk about one of my favorite tools for breaking out of a creative rut, AI. Tools like ChatGPT are amazing for generating content ideas when you're feeling stuck. Here are a few ways that you can use it. I ask for post ideas. For example, you can say, give me 10 Instagram content ideas for your specific industry. You can turn FAQs into posts, type in a common question your clients ask, and ask ChatGPT to help you brainstorm ways to explain it or expand on it. You can also use it to get some caption starters. You should always tweak anything that you ask ChatGPT to write for you so it doesn't sound too ChatGPT-ish, for lack of a better word. It's hard to get ChatGPT to write in a way that's authentic to you, but it'll help you get over that initial blank page moment. If you want to learn more about using AI in your business, I've got some other podcasts on it as part of my Your Marketing Mentor podcast. I've got one called Using AI in Your Business, where I share practical tools like ChatGPT that you can use to help create authentic content that's true to your voice. Because again, sometimes ChatGPT and the other AI platforms are great for generating ideas, but they can lose your voice really quickly. All right, so you're still feeling stuck? Here are a few easy content ideas you can try today. First, post a quote you love. Share something inspiring that resonates with you or your audience. Hopefully, both you and your audience. 2, highlight a client win. Share a testimonial or a success story from someone you've worked with. 3, do a poll or ask a question. Engage your audience by asking something fun or even business related. 4, you can share a personal story. Talk about a challenge you overcame, a lesson you learned, and why you started your business, what you hope to accomplish, what drives you to be a crazy entrepreneur like us and, go out and forge our own path. That usually comes from some sort of deeply embedded place. So share that. 5, go live or post a quick video. Look, it doesn't need to be perfect. You don't have to have a big fancy studio like I do. Just pick up your phone, hop on, share what's on your mind, and connect with your audience. I can tell you some of my most popular posts are walking out of the gym all sweaty and being like, hey, my yoga teacher just told me something, and I was thinking how much it applies to you marketing your business, or, just walk in the, sitting in the car, not while driving, creating just those types of posts. There's a place for these very professional type of videos, but also there's a huge place for those more kind of off the cuff things. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so here's the bottom line. You don't have to do it all alone. Whether you're using AI, collaborating with a friend, or hiring a mentor like me to guide you, there are so many ways to make content creation easier and even fun. So if you're curious about how to do that, give me a holler. You can either work with me one-on-one. We'll work on your overall marketing strategy. We'll work on your overall marketing content, or you can come be a guest on my show, The Heart of the Hustle. Either way, we're going to make sure that you create authentic, stress-free content. So you can DM me to book a consult or set up one on my website, and we will create a strategy that's perfect for you. And don't forget to check out my YouTube series, Using AI in Your Business, for more tips on using tools like ChatGPT to spark ideas and to save time. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Remember, you've got this. Keep showing up, keep sharing your magic, and don't be afraid to let your content be imperfectly you. Until next time, I'm Sherry Sutton, your marketing mentor. And that's a wrap of today's episode of Your Marketing Mentor. I hope you found some valuable insights and feel inspired to take action in your business. Remember, you have the power to create a purposeful and profitable business. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Your feedback helps me create content that truly serves you. And don't forget to share this podcast with your friends and fellow entrepreneurs. Let's spread the love and help more mission-driven businesses thrive. Stay connected to me on social media and visit my website for more resources, tips, and support. I'm here to walk alongside you every step of the way. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep shining and keep growing.